Hi there, Cynthia here. I'd like to continue on with my series discussing things that can make your life go a little easier as you take care of a family member or somebody that's not a family member, but it's somebody that you care about, and you are supplying 24/7 care. I want to talk about mealtime. Mealtime, I have learned it is better to use a plate that has a small lip on it, inch high, shallow bowl, we could call it. And I found that using a dark bowl with light colored foods is a lot better. So if you're doing chicken, rice, potatoes, a white sandwich, with that dark background, it allows the loved one to find the food easier and not be stabbing in an area where there's no food, or stabbing their fork or using their spoon off of the dinnerware onto the placemat because they can't really determine where the food is at. And then when you're using more of a darker substance of food, like let's say pork that you've cut up that they can either stab with a fork or use with a spoon, then I would encourage you to use a white piece of dinnerware, again with the sides, so that as they're trying to scoop it or stab it, it's not ending up on the table, it's not ending up on the floor. Glasses and coffee cups should all have lids. If your loved one doesn't need it now, they're going to need it, in the future, and it's better to get them used to handling something that has got a lid on it so that they can start finding the opening or understand how to use the straw. I use both the milk glass and the coffee cup are both thermal, so that if it sits on the table for a little bit, it stays cold and or hot. Another thing that I found that is very, very helpful is placemats. Use a placemat that has got some type of a rubbery substance that won't slide on the table, and it will not allow the dishes to slide across the placemat itself. That way, when the person is eating, if they're still able to feed themselves, as they jab or they scoop at the food, the plate isn't going to slide, and the minute you turn your back, end up on the floor, broke all to hell. Excuse me, but that can happen. So if you use the right placemat that adheres to the table and adheres to the dinnerware, you're saving yourself a lot of trouble. The other thing that I found that is very, very helpful is the throwaway chucks. I buy them by the 100, and I found that they're great for giving my husband coffee or cashews. And again, the people that are swallow experts are going to tell you that nuts are not a good idea and straws are not a real good idea for somebody that's got some swallowing issues. But that's something that you're going to have to address yourself. I can't really help you with that. But I put that big chuck in Michael's lap when he's sitting in the recliner, so that if he happens to have a Parkinson's jerk, coffee or pop, especially pop, or nuts don't go all over and get down into the cracks and crevices of the recliner, because this chuck that I tuck in around him captures everything. Sometimes, depending on what he's eating for dinner, that is also a good thing to just put it in his lap. So if it's pizza and it's greasy and he's having a good time and he lays his hand down, it's going to go into the chuck and it's not going to go onto his clothes. That's my advice for today. This is, again, my session number 2 on living with Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's, being a 24/7 caregiver. Remember, the first and foremost thing is to take care of yourself. Eat right, stay hydrated, and try to get a little bit of exercise in. You are no good to the person that you're caring for if you can't stay strong. This is Cynthia. I'm out for today. Bye.